What is up? This is Double KO Radio Podcast. I am Poe. I am with David, and today we're going to talk about the Nintendo Switch
Two
online
hours
service.
later.
Yes, hopefully not 2 hours, but I don't know. I don't know. It all depends on how much David has to say about this. So,
Just a little bit.
but kind of mixed reviews, right? On what's been going on with Nintendo's online service,
I
or
agree. I agree.
Um,
Mhm.
so here's what it is. Basically, it's a service that started up where you could either pay for 1 month individually for $4.
Mhm.
3 months is $8. 12 months is $20. But you have a family membership option that can have up to 8 people in it that in total can come up to 34.99 for the year. So that's a lot of savings, right? For this, you get
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they make it
Massive.
they business wise, they make it so that they keep you. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
you're getting a deal, but they keep you. They keep you there with you
Forever.
feeling like you're 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 getting more for your money. You're
Yeah, of
getting
course.
something that's worth it. But they're keeping you there in their network so that more of you can be in there buying their games and buying their content and all that throughout the years, even though you're paying less money for the service. It's a kind of a business thing, right? To just as long as you're involved in like in any type of subscription with the company, there's a chance for you to spend more money on their products, right?
Yeah.
So you start with a 7-day trial. I don't know if you did that 7-day trial, did
No, what? I don't have a Switch.
you? I know. I know Smash isn't coming out yet, but come on, man.
Not yet. Soon, soon. I'm
Um
preparing.
but there with all the information that's come out, there has been weird stuff. So do you remember what it also offers you? Like basically if I pay
Yeah.
$20 for you, what is this offering you?
So it gives you a slap in the face and go fuck yourself. No. So it tells you a. It gives you a cloud. It gives you cloud safe data. You know.
What exactly is that for anybody that wouldn't know? What is cloud
So
save
if
data? Because I could
if
just
you're
save
playing
my
your
game on
favorite
my
game,
Switch.
yeah, you can save your game on your Switch. Let's say you play your favorite Nintendo game, right? Let's say it's Mario Kart,
Yeah.
right? You have all the unlockables and everything. You have it on your save file, right, on your Switch. But then, like a data, any type of zeros and one can get corrupted and damaged, and then all those years that you spend being number one goes to waste, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And then you're a sad Nintendo player. But Cloud Save, that's when Cloud Save comes into play, and they
Okay.
save that data into a virtual storage, which is a cloud. And if anything would have happened, then you can always retrieve it.
Okay. So like, what if the thing that happens is I can't pay my month subscription 1 month?
Yeah. So let's say if you cannot pay it, they save your Cloud Save data for 6 months. And then if you cannot, in 6 months you cannot renew your account, then you do the first two steps that I told you in the beginning when you asked me what it is. um
But the thing is, but you can't. But why should they even keep it for 6 months if you can't pay?
So the reason they kept it, and this is something that at least I'm gonna meet with them halfway. I'm not a Nintendo hate things that don't make sense, but this makes a little bit of sense. Let's say you have well, to do cloud storage or do this year account, you need to have a card. You cannot pay virtually. You have to pay virtually, not with physical money, right?
Yeah.
To get these services. So let's say you have a discrepancy on your card, someone hopefully not stole your identity and they froze your card. That means that the payment is not gonna go through, right? So instead of boom, instantly your payment didn't went through and your data went gone, and you're like, crap, that wasn't even on my end. They give you 6 months of of time for you to resolve that.
Which
You
makes
get me?
sense. Which
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's
Absolutely.
why I say it makes sense because if in this virtual world, anything can happen with a credit card or debit card, anything. Oh, I changed my address now, it doesn't want to renew or whatever the case may be. Um, Identity theft or anything. And so they thought about that, which is great. But the only thing I don't get is that Every other service doing it. PlayStation is doing cloud save too. Like, you pay PlayStation, you pay cloud save, you got cloud save, and then there you go. So it's nothing new, right? But the only thing that is a little bit different with the Nintendo is you cannot, your cloud save data that is on the cloud, you cannot move it anywhere else. Example, you cannot move your cloud save data on that is on the cloud to like a memory card that the Switch uses. Like PlayStation, you can move your cloud save data to a hard drive.
So essentially, like you can technically have your own kind of cloud save by just having a different SD card or something and just storing it somewhere else, right?
Yeah,
And
but it's not. But it's not. No. So I was saying no. The reason I'm saying no is right because cloud and physical storage is a little bit different. Not gonna go super technical about it, but the thing that difference them both is if it is on a hard drive, a physical thing, it's a backup.
yeah,
If it is on a cloud save, it's an access point. So
gotcha.
that means that is gonna be for you to access your information if something happens to it.
Yeah,
But a backup is physically there. That means disregarding whatever is not going to be affected by anything else, other
yeah,
than unless the device itself explodes or whatever the case may be.
yeah.
PlayStation allows you to do that with your cloud saves, but Nintendo doesn't.
Is
So not
there
only they
is
have the
is there a reason you can think of as
no,
to
because
why?
they don't even let you. They don't even let you transfer your safe data that is on your Switch into an external source. So not only they giving you a cloud save, which is great, behind a paywall, which is not so great, which I get it, it's a business, but then it doesn't give you the capability that other people are already doing, that you can choose to move that cloud save data into your own personal information, right? It's your system at the end of the day. Like no one should have the last call on your system other than yourself. At least I think.
Yeah.
So that is the thing that is good and then it's bad and then it's just shitty, you know. And that one is falls in between. Good that the cloud save data is there. Good that the 6 months just in case something happens. Shitty you cannot move your cloud save data anywhere else. And bad that the Switch doesn't give you capability of moving that information anywhere else. So you are screwed.
Yeah, the 6 month thing is new information to me because the way people made it sound, like they made it sound like as soon as you can't pay, that shit is instantly gone, like vanishes.
Yep.
Like that's the way they
Especially
made it
with the
sound.
rumor. Mhm.
So like
Especially
when
with
you
the
said
rumors they said. Oh,
so
go
when
ahead.
you said
Sorry.
6 months to me, that was just like, oh, we got six. People have 6 whole months to pay for this. That makes
Yeah.
that makes at least that's a really good cushion. I feel like
Yeah.
before before you gotta make another payment. That isn't like a huge payment, right?
Correct. Even if you do 1 month, you'll recover that data. It doesn't matter as long as you act. I mean, the 20.
Yeah.
As long as you do that one day. Um, the only thing that sorry, I lost the train of thought there. Soft save, save data. Oh, especially with the rumors that apparently after the year, if your save data on your Switch is longer than a year, it auto erases itself. That was some rumors. I don't have a Switch. I don't know if you guys know something
I
of where this rumor came from. That's scary. But then again,
I
think about
haven't had a Switch for over a year, so I don't know. And that
it.
sounds
Gotcha.
insane.
But then again, you that wouldn't push you to buy a cloud save data. It
Yeah,
would, right?
it would.
Even for a rumor already, it will
Yeah.
make you you're playing Zelda for all these collectibles and all stuff, and then the year is already marked because technically the year is already marked, right? Almost there.
Mhm.
And then you're like, shit, my save data is gonna go away. Maybe I'm not gonna play it again, or maybe it just sucks that all my progress just went to shit. But that's a rumor. I don't know. You guys can definitely correct me. But I definitely heard that in a couple of rumors. I don't think if it is true or not. I just think it's scary, and it's scary enough for you to make a decision of buying a cloud save data. Sorry.
So
Next topic.
so um so what like but Nintendo did have online prior available till this rolled out, right?
Wii U.
No, no, no.
Well, yeah, free.
For on the
Not free.
Switch,
Free,
free,
yes.
right? So
Yeah.
now with extra incentives like having cloud save data, what else is there for this? You gotta sell this to me because what else
So,
is there for twenty
oh, okay.
dollars?
You picked the wrong person. So you get the, you get,
You well sell
you
it to
get,
me, then unsell it to me after with
yeah, you got it.
honesty.
You got it. So they give you um, a digital access for
Nintendo
Nintendo
classic
classic
games, right?
games. Yeah.
20 games right
Okay,
now, right?
20 games. Which it feels very randomly picked. Like I try to find a pattern if it was based on release date on the Nintendo. I'm trying to find something, and I couldn't. Unless you know, let me know. But this games for me feels random as fuck. Like
Well,
all the
if
Rebel
it is
Tecmo,
if it is
you
random,
know,
I feel like with if I were the ones choosing the games, right? Knowing that I had more games to release in the future, I would not put all the good games in my first shot that
no,
people all remember from the NES games.
true.
So if it feels random, it would be because I chose for it to be like random in a way where it's just like there's some good games, there's some okay games, and there's maybe a classic or two in there, right? And then
Yeah.
just kind of sprinkle them out as the service goes along. Like they say they're gonna be adding more. Does that mean some are gonna be replaced, or is it gonna just keep adding to the game library? I
Well,
don't
to
know
let you
that.
know, you don't own them. You don't own those games, so you just have access to them. And then they're gonna be replaced by something else.
So they are gonna get replaced. It's not like
Yeah.
it keeps building to like
No,
the all of the.
it's not gonna be the ultimate library of Nintendo, which they can. They can fit that on a phone. They can definitely fit it there. But no, they're not. They're just gonna keep refreshing it until maybe, hey, maybe you were playing Pilowin. I don't know if there's Pilowin in that game. Sorry, but let's say Pilowin for the sake of Nintendo. And then next month Pilowin is not there, but there's another game that you don't like. Shit, that sucks. I gotta wait until Pilowin comes back.
So
Feels like a
so
gacha
what
game from mobile.
so what if this happens, David? What if you like towards the end of the month are going, all right, let me try this game. Oh, I like this game. Oh, the game's changed a day later. Crap. Hey Nintendo, like, cause of course they're gonna be
Gonna
easy to
get a
reach, right?
refund?
When is this coming back? Six
Stay
months, a
tuned.
year? I don't know. I kind of
Stay
want to
tuned.
finish it because I just started at the end of the month. I know I was playing the other 20 games along with all
No,
the other things I have to do in my life.
I just think that is if you replace the game, I think you download the game and because you could play it offline, right? As long as you connect after a couple of, I think it's weeks. After a couple of weeks, you have to connect online once, so then the game can still stay in your
You
library. But you
have
could play this
to
game
once
offline.
once a week you need to connect online to keep the games
Yeah,
there.
correct. Which is okay because think about it. If you travel, you download your game, you travel, you probably don't have online, you can play your games, and that's fine. That's when we're meeting again into the middle. Feels good. But then it turns shitty if I don't want that game anymore. Let's say I change it for something else. And we're like, hey, I want to play it again. If it's not in the library again, I'm fucked. Like, that's so stupid. You know, I, I don't get, then it goes shitty again. You see, it's a whole level of
Yeah, it's
like,
almost like, oh cool, I get games, but now there's weird shit
yeah.
where I
And it
can.
all falls into the rule that I always say with Nintendo. They do fantastic stuff and then they come and they micromanage every little shit, dude. And then it becomes their experience, not yours. It becomes their experience, dude. Not your experience. Never your experience. Um
So
and
what would be like if we were to suggest to Nintendo what would be the best thing they could do for all these classic Nintendo games to
I
offer to
would say
people?
do an arcade, digital arcades. The Game Boy, the DS has one. The DS literally has embedded one, a digital arcade, and you go to the section, you download all these retro games that you want, and you play them, and done. You think
I
people will pay $40 if you give them to play for a digital arcade that they can just download or play as many as all the whole library as for a month subscription or year subscription.
Yeah,
People will lined up for that shit,
yeah,
dude.
cuz like what I'm thinking about is like these are like 30, 25-year-old games, right? It's not
Yeah,
like
20. Yo, that's so true. 25 years old.
I personally have no interest in reliving
Me neither.
all of that stuff, right? I have no interest in
Me
going
neither.
other than going, hey, I remember, let's see how this plays, and going, wow, well,
Yeah.
This Mario Kart, it's really bad back then. Like the controls suck, and that happened to
Yep.
me. That happened. I
Yeah.
forgot which Mario Kart it was. I think it was
The Super
for
Nintendo
the
one.
NES
Yeah.
or the Super
Okay.
NES, whichever one it was. It was just like, holy crap, drifting in this
Yeah.
sucks compared to party.
Yeah.
And
And you
you're gonna get a lot of people reliving these games and not having it be at like how they remember it, because that happens with like TV shows too, like kids TV shows, cartoons, all those other things. You're remembering it being so awesome in your head, and then like
Absolutely.
if you come back to it 20, 30 years later, maybe it's not so awesome anymore.
Like Thundercats.
Don't get me started on it. Thundercats, for the people that don't
Sa-
know,
sa- sa-
Thundercats peaks as a show during the beginning opening song, and then that's it. Then it goes downhill from there. Um, so, but to continue, like what I don't understand is like these games are so old, and Nintendo is the one that has them, right? And I know they know that there's other options on how to attain these games. So why not
Even in their
have
own platform.
yeah, why not have every single Nintendo game be available and stay available as the library builds? Even if they could drop it all at once, but they don't want to, that's fine as long as it builds. And even with NES games, why not Game Boy or Game Boy Advance games too? Nobody's really talking about those. I'm hearing SNES, but why can't those Game Boy games be in there? Like they're old
Dude, those
enough,
games
right?
are
Can't they
megabytes.
just
Those
fucking get
games are megabytes. Yeah, megabytes. Those games are megabytes. They can fit anywhere. They can fit on your wallet.
but that would get
uh,
people, it would be another reason to build
oh,
their
absolutely.
online infrastructure, like how that all gets used, like, right, want people to be using their stuff, the service they have, and to talk about it and have word of mouth on how cool it is, because you're like, yo man, remember that Game Boy game that you used to play? Guess
I
where
got it
we can
right
get it?
here.
On my Switch. You
Yep. Oh,
know,
you can
like,
play online. You can play online some of them, which is really cool. Something that they never did. Like, let's say you're playing Contra online. Let's say we're fucking Contra fans. That would be cool. That would be that thing. Yo, get on Contra. We're playing Contra for all sake, or whatever the case may be.
yeah, get on that
Uh,
smartphone app so you could talk to me while we two
oh,
player
no, no,
co-op.
don't get me. Don't get me. Oh,
That
no,
is
no,
really cool
no.
though, that there is two-player lobbies
Online.
from your friends
Yeah.
list, from your
Yeah.
friends
Oh,
list
wait, wait.
in your Switch for co-op games. That's really cool.
Yeah, but that's another thing that I was saying, that yes, it is cool that you can do that. But at least to find out, let me close at least down this NES games before I go into the friend thing that you just mentioned. Um, the games that they're having and they're showing, which is great, and you mentioned they should expand to something like that, like Game Boy, which is great. I'm a Fire Emblem fan, and my first Fire Emblem was on the Game Boy Advance, which is Fire Emblem Firestone 2, which it was for me was the best game ever, and that's something that I will still play, and I still see speedruns on that game, you know. And if Nintendo is very anti, hey, use the experience how it's intended to be, don't use other, like computers or emulators or anything, use our stuff, then fucking give us the stuff to
Mhm.
use them. Stop prying us from using it and then chastising us. I don't know if that's the right word. For using other methods to play something that you're not giving us.
Yeah.
That we're willing to pay, that we're willing to mod, that we're willing to enhance just to get that experience that you say that we're supposed to have, that play that experience as intended. But yeah, I totally agree that with the library, they can just give me a virtual console like how they have it literally on the DS. That I think I mentioned this to you. The DS online Nintendo experience is the best Nintendo experience online that I have ever seen, ever, ever. In terms of communication, look, the communication was so good on Nintendo Online that they had to shut down an application that you have to communicate there
Wow.
because it was out of hand out of them because they couldn't control the content. It's insane, and this is true story. So but yeah, I think that I agree with you. They should expand the library now on NES. Now it's not something that they're like lacking in power or understanding to provide this. They're not running emulators of PS4 or PC. They're just running 30, like you said, 25 to 30-year-old games. They have already been remastered. They could just port those remastered versions already and put them there. But yeah, I just think that once again, good idea, turns on, and then it becomes shitty again. I forgot to mention in the cloud save data. You know how you pay for the cloud save data?
Yeah.
It's not every game that is capable of doing
Oh
save
yeah,
data.
not everyone. Yeah. There's like what is it? Fortnite and what's the other one?
It's selective games.
Yeah, but
Like,
I
why
think
would
it's
it?
like the big third-party games aren't because of how they're played.
No, Splatoon is not there.
Yes,
And
Splatoon
Splatoon is the
also,
first
but
title.
I think there's a reason. I can't remember the reason behind the data, but there's like specific
Because
reasons that
they
aren't.
mentioned,
Huh?
sorry to interrupt, they said they don't want to cheating. They don't want people cheating with data. Once again, that's then them assuming that it's gonna be the action that's gonna be taking course.
But
Mind
can't.
you,
But
others
aren't they big enough to just once any kind of cheating happens, they go, okay, well let's do this to stop it. Like let us.
absolutely, but then again, there's other games that once again uses the same feature. They're not the pioneers of this feature. Other system like the PlayStation uses cloud save data, and no one in any bigger shooting game has done any type of anything like that because the risk is more higher than the reward. It hasn't happened. So you being scared of this happening because it's a possibility. It doesn't say that you're secure in your own shit. It doesn't say that you trust your consumers that are being faithful to you for the longest. So they have to be penalized for your fear of letting go. You don't want to let go of the umbilical cord.
Hmm.
Once again, that whole Nintendo tyranny shit that they want you to have their experience, not your experience. And then you get fucked. How are you gonna pay for a service that is not equivalent to your games in general, to their games that they decided they wanted to be eligible for? Mind you, even Splatoon is a first-party game that was a launch game type of thing. Like, hey, this is what we want you to play. This is what we want you to go outside and play with your friends or competitive. But then you don't even support cloud save data. So what are you telling me, Nintendo? Like, what is the message that you're relaying to me? I'm not trying to sound bitchy, but it's like you're contradicting yourself in your marketing by telling me that this is what you want, and then put a paywall on a save data that then doesn't support your first party game. It doesn't make sense. That's like PlayStation not supporting like Uncharted or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make sense.
Um.
Fucking dumb.
Did you know that for the NES games you can't map your controllers?
You can't or can't.
Cannot.
Oh, nice. So,
And
oh, of course, because it has to be like the true experience.
but
The fuck out of here.
but what I'm thinking is this goes hand in hand with them trying to sell
The
sixty
controller.
dollar more than the mini console itself, $60
Yep.
pair of NES controllers that only work for the NES games that you don't
Why?
own online.
Why would it be that? Oh, that you can only access them by paying a subscription.
Yes.
Don't forget about that.
So
So technically,
essentially,
that 60
yeah.
controller
So
is eighty
essentially, that's
dollars.
$80.
$80.
$80 controllers, and it's two of them. They come in twos.
Plus
They don't even
case
come with one. They come in twos. So it's like, what? Am I giving one to a
raffle.
friend for
No,
co-op?
you're
Like
getting one.
so I can
You're
play with
selling it
them
for
virtually
$20.
if they're not in my house. I don't know.
You're getting one, and you're selling it for $20 to make up for the online. You see that chart that I made? That is just, hey, it's great. It becomes, and then becomes shitty again.
Yeah.
Like, why? It's 2018 and we're still struggling with this type of things. And we're struggling because the way of them doing things. The thing that I wanted to say about your friends is you can't invite your friends. This is an online feature that you cannot invite your friends.
Really? I thought you could
Why?
just like see them and then join or some shit.
You can't invite them.
That's really weird. That's really weird.
Well,
Like, yeah, they got to be playing it, right? You can't just go, "Oh, my
yes,
friend is online, and let me send an
talk to
invite
him.
to
Let me
this
talk
guy."
to him.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
smartphone app.
Good, you're gonna kill me with that. That shit triggers me. Yeah, look, think about that. But you're paying for a service. So before it wasn't such a big deal. It was free, and I know people are saying it's a business, not gonna be free. It's a business, blah blah. But if you're gonna give me mediocre, performance, yes, I get it's cheap. People are gonna say, well, it's cheap. It's $20. Yeah, but are you gonna pay $20 for a burger that is halfway done, and you have to make the rest? And then on top of that, you don't even have the ingredients that you want. No, you don't. You're gonna pay them more to get what you want.
It'd be
It
like
just doesn't make sense.
you get a burger, right? But the
You need your
lettuce is on
buns.
top of the bun, and the cheese comes next month.
Oh my god.
And then when the cheese comes, you got like 30 seconds to finish the cheese, or else they take it away.
Yeah.
You know, like the
And
weird shit like that.
and what frustrates me, people go really, really on EA about being money hunger, about being their shitty tactics of being like, how they doing the concessions, and all that stuff. But look at Nintendo's doing it straight in your face, and you're buying it. You're like, yes, can I have another? Yes,
And
please. That's
I
excellent.
think it's because I honestly think it's the price point too. It's just because it's like a little cheaper, you know. And
Yeah, but
it's
the
like,
shit that they giving you, dude, like if PlayStation would be like PlayStation Classic remote for $80, $60, you think people be like, "Oh, what the fuck is this shit?"
and it's funny too because
No
PlayStation
rumble.
has like released some of their retro stuff. Like, hey, this is the Crystal controller. Remember this one? But it's
Yeah,
still the
but
same
no,
price.
I'm talking about retro, like
Oh,
no analog,
oh, oh, no,
no
nothing.
fucking rumble.
Still the
You can
same.
only use it on the subscription of
Can't.
PlayStation Now
Yeah, you
that you
can
can
only
only play the
use
retro
it
game.
for
Yeah,
PlayStation Now games that
yep.
aren't, all of them, but
Uh-huh.
the older ones from PlayStation Now.
Imagine that. The world will end. The people will go fucking insane. But Nintendo does it right in your face, and people go and lined up to get them.
Hey, did you
I
know
just
that smartphone app doesn't work with all of the games? Anyway, continue. Just keep going. It doesn't work with all of them for some reason.
I wasn't aware of that. Why make it then? Why even fucking make
Yeah,
it?
why can't you just be on? Why can't you just call your friend? What the fuck are you doing? Call your
No,
friend.
because
Get
they
on
want
your
to.
PlayStation. Get on your fucking PlayStation and be like, yo, bro, get on your PlayStation. Man, what's up? I want to play my Switch, but I want to talk to you, and I don't want to use any data on my phone. So get
Man,
on your
I'm,
PlayStation,
I'm,
bro.
I'm grounded. They took my phone away. That's insane, dude. That's some gangster shit. Let me tell you
You know
something,
why
bro.
this is some gangster shit? Because they're gonna hold like a billion Smash players by the balls to this subscription, no matter what it is. So they already got like, all right, every Smash player check. All right, that's good. That's a good. We made our quota on subscriptions already.
Bro, I'm one of them.
Yeah, as soon as you get your Switch, we're gonna be splitting it between three people. The
Yeah,
34.99. Fuck it, right?
yeah, absolutely,
You got
absolutely.
first though. You pay for the first year.
I got
I'll
you.
pay
I
for the
got you.
third year.
I got you. But it makes sense at least to do that, right? Because I can talk to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what's funny? Fortnite, you can talk to people. By the end game already has a voice chat. The game already put it there.
You mean on
So
the
it's not
Switch?
impossible. Yes, it's not impossible. Fortnite already has that you can talk. So, and they just put it. They were like, "This is my game. Fuck it, I'm putting it."
Well, you
But
know why
why?
they can do that, right? Because they generate so much rev.
Yeah,
That's
come on. But
only
that's
because
like
they
that's
got
like
the
nitpicking, bro.
that
Come
that's like
on.
2018. Fortnite's got the biggest dick on the block. They can't say no. Nobody can say no to Fortnite.
That's very true. That's very true, man. Because also in PlayStation, you don't need a PlayStation subscription to play Fortnite. You don't need PlayStation subscription to play Fortnite. If you have
Yeah,
a PlayStation, have internet, you can play Fortnite. It is free.
yeah. Look at all these rules they're bypassing, bro. Nah, man.
What about Switch?
What about
Can
Switch?
you can you play Fortnite without a subscription?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Can you or can you not? I mean, you could before this
I
Switch
think you
Online
can.
thing.
I think you can. I think you can. I think you can. Some
Look at
bullshit,
that,
right? Like
bypassing the rules because all the money it makes.
that's insane. Dude, that's fucking insane, dude. But he just gets me so furious, dude. Get me so upset. I'm laughing because I'm so mad. How dumb that shit is. It's just so dumb, dude. Like, come on, man. And they still have games at $59 that are like from the Wii U and the market. But yeah, let's see. And the thing is, I don't know if you know or heard or find out. When you pay $59 a year, whatever you pay in the other games, in the other consoles, you're paying for a server, a designated server, right? that
Yeah,
they have people and they have all these billions of machines doing it, and they run all this stuff. So when they do the updates, it's just they're making sure all these people have a job and they're doing all these things. Great. In the Switch, it's all about you and me, bro. It's however my connection is and my IP and my bandwidth versus yours. There's
that's not
nothing
good.
in between that. It's person to person. So that means that only I'm paying for a service. So then you don't do nothing in between. You get the revenue. You do nothing in between, and it's all about me and you. That you can influence. You can influence your bandwidth. You can change it to make it faster or slower, technically to cheat if you want to.
Yeah.
And you have nothing to do in the middle, but you're getting the revenue of it. How am I paying you once again to make my own burger? That makes no sense.
Well,
No
like
dedicated
it
server,
makes like it feels like let's if this were 8 years ago or 10 years ago,
dude.
and they were maybe like the first ones to pioneer like
Online.
how all this online stuff works.
How the internet works.
Yeah, maybe 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, right? And it would make sense because like it's like ideas and services that haven't been implicated yet, right? Like so they're just kind of pioneering all this stuff and
Brainstorming it. Yeah,
going,
they're brainstorming it.
let's just do it this way, and then there's those people that come along that have a better idea, or yeah, in general, just better ideas as the hiccups happen as the services go along and go, hey, you know how we did it this way? Yeah, I don't think that's working, man. Let's try and rework this, right? There doesn't need to be that because there's companies out there going, this works, right? All right, yeah, let's just do what the fuck
Let's
they're
keep
doing
it.
and let's
Let's
try to
keep it.
add like one little spice of something else to
You're
like
right.
entice people to give us their money.
You're 100% right. Because think about how would you think even this conversation would have went, right? Like modern day 2018, hey, we have a server, great. So what we're gonna do with the servers, we don't want to make sure it lags. I want to know what was the end result. Did the other person just bust it off laughing? Oh, us do something? Like I want to know, like really, what went into their head and be like, no, we don't just do anything, and they're gonna pay for it. Yeah, they're just gonna pay. So how is it gonna be the service? Well, based on the internet. But we can't control the internet. Yeah, it's fine. They pay our money already.
Yeah.
Like like I'm trying to. How does that even?
Like it's like let's say if I were like somebody who was trying to compete with Netflix, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, all right, what's Netflix? I'm not even going, what's Netflix doing right? I'm just going, all right, I want all the Disney films, all the Marvel stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and if they want to pay more, they get a lot of 80s movies. Like once they start paying a little bit more, they get all the 80s movies they want. That's it. That's all I want there. Like we got the
And that's
kids,
it.
we got the old
That's it.
people.
That's it. They don't
Done.
care about nothing else.
You sure
Yeah,
that's all
let
we
the money
need?
come.
Yeah, yeah, that's all we need. And you know what's funny? Now that I'm bringing this up, it's like the biggest point about this is this worth my $20? Because my $20 isn't
Yeah,
just it
$20. Yeah,
isn't
you're right.
just like isn't just because Nintendo's the only option. There's so much more other than even past video games that people are subscribed to, that is a
Many
service
shit, dude.
that isn't like people subscribe to people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's not even companies. You're not just subscribing to Netflix. You're not just subscribing to Hulu, to like I don't know, some shit with cars, like some like auto parts fucking family plan,
Forza.
Costco, BJ's, like there's just so much
Yeah.
stuff people are subscribed to that
Your
doesn't
phone
just
service.
involves, yes, your goddamn phone, your internet to play these games. You're already
Yep.
paying, like you think about it, you're already paying $100 to be able to
Over.
use this shit comfortably in your house, that you have to pay another $60 for the year to be able to play with, and then you got another one that wants another $20. Like it adds up, Nintendo. So it
Yeah.
has to be worth $20.
It has to be
Twenty
better.
dollars is cheap, but it's fucking $20 taken from a whole bunch of, and I'm just talking about for me. There's people that
Yeah.
subscribe to a lot of other shit. Maybe there's those fucking sickos out there subscribing to like 20 fucking Twitch streamers, like they because they have the guap to for like a whole year, or all those people gifting out subs all of a sudden and
Yo,
all
I
these
got one.
streamers like yeah, you were gifted a sub mad random from some person you'll never meet, right? Like all
No,
this money is going into things people enjoy, and just because they do offer a piece of what a piece of like a little bit more of what
entertainment
of yeah, of just entertainment in general with their video games. They're high quality Nintendo video games for the most part, right?
has a brand. It has a brand.
Yeah, it has that title, but people are used to a higher standard because there's so many people subscribe to so many companies, like
Yeah,
what if Amazon decided to make a gaming company all of a sudden, and
yeah,
like their shit's gonna their customer service always through the roof.
yep.
They're gonna they I don't I hi- God can strike me down with lightning. He could throw Zeus at me. Fuck lightning. He just throws Zeus at me if Amazon makes a gaming company and they just don't get it right. They don't get
That's
they
crazy.
don't get like all the stuff that
Nah,
works
that's
and
crazy.
build upon it. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense.
That would be crazy. No, impossible. That would be impossible because they know better. And like you mentioned, they have the experience, they have the knowledge, and they know the clientele. And the funny thing is, dude, I keep seeing people going online. Yeah, but it's $20. It's fine. It's fine. It's $20. Hey, what you take? It's $20. You get that. I don't care about the Nintendo thing, but it's $20. Yeah, but $20 for me, like you mentioned, might not be much, but for other people, that's $20 might be a month worth. Might be anything, dude.
Dude,
Might be they don't
you're
even
in
have it.
college, you have a Switch, you want to play people online, but guess what? Those $20 are fucking 2 weeks worth of ramen.
Food. Yeah, yeah.
Like
And then to be this shitty, dude, nah. I would prefer to be honest, I would prefer to be $50 to be honest, and be a complete overhaul experience, having digital consoles with GameCube, all that shit, 64, whatever all that shit. And then every month we're gonna add another virtual console, so you're fucking hype, to keep you there.
yeah,
And then
like even if it's like for all generations, like every month there's like
yeah,
one 64 game, one GameCube game, one other game
yeah,
that gets added, whether you like it
that
or
would be
not, whether it was shitty or
fantastic.
not, but it just gets added through the
That would be
years.
incredible. That would be insane. That would be insanely cool. And then you can choose. Do I want to have all these three subscription, or you know what? Nintendo is the one I want because it's giving me everything I want, and the servers are effective. Instead of being like, well, it's $20. You should not have to say that. That's the bad thing. You should not have to say, well, it's $20. That
Yeah,
means that you
like
already know
yeah,
it's shitty.
that means you're like going, man, it's not that great, but averaging out
Yeah,
to $2 a month,
yeah,
uh, I could do it. I
yeah. It's just shitty. No, no, you should not do that. And that's a shit because Nintendo gets that revenue and they think they're doing good things, and then it's just bad. It just needs to collapse and rise up from the ashes, man. It needs to have that Capcom experience, dude.
yeah.
And it's just bad. It's just bad. And sadly enough, we have to get it. At least if we're gonna play and not be able to talk, dude.
Dude, what are you talking? We have the smart app. We have
And
smartphones.
then have a bunch of disconnection. Look at Mario Kart. Dude. Times you would say it was laggy and it disconnects and it was just shitty,
Oh, dude, that was terrible online.
right? So why? But it was free.
Hmm.
So you go like, it's free.
Yeah,
Fuck
but it
it.
was free at least. Shit,
Yeah,
I'd pay for
you
good
know
service.
exactly.
I would have
It's
hit
just
the
twenty
nut
dollars.
button fast. Like, yeah, yeah, give me, so I don't
Boom.
disconnect anymore. What's funny
Double
is that
fix that
most
shit.
people are saying that there's no difference in quality from
That's crazy.
when
Nah.
the Switch was free online to when
To not
when
pay.
you gotta pay for it. They don't hear I mean, they don't feel a difference. I say here because
So
the
so they're
fucking
paying.
doorbell rang.
Yeah, I hear you. And the saddest thing is, I never seen, at least from the history of online that Nintendo had between the DS, between the Wii U, and now the Switch. I never seen them that they have updated their Nintendo their services because PlayStation started very shitty, but
Yeah,
and Xbox was the place to be online. Xbox was, they have the marketplace, they have all this cool stuff, parties, and all this stuff. PlayStation felt the lonely one. And now PlayStation, not to be a PlayStation fanboy, but now PlayStation is rocking it. Has all these exclusive games. AAA games release every month. They give you like 3 or 4 games for free that you can get. The online network is much better. The servers got better, everything got overhauled, more security. They had a security breach, so they increased the security. So all this stuff keep going, making it seem like making you feel it's worth it what
Yeah,
you're paying
one of the
for.
coolest updates they did for me was because of how much time I put into the stuff,
Hmm.
or lack thereof rather, is at least having the option to keep the games that were free in my library.
Yes.
Like it just kind of stayed like before, like when I first started having, I'm like, oh, I missed out on the game. And then
Yep.
I just wait
Yep.
till it comes up again a couple months later. I'm like, oh, there's the game. Cool, I could download it now. Instead of just comfortably having it there for whenever I feel like I can
And
make
that's
the
smart.
time to play.
That's fucking smart, dude.
It's
And
one of,
you
yeah,
and you
it's one of those what are those called? Like those just those quality of life changes that
yeah,
will make or break your service. Like the service
yeah.
between you and
And they keep updating. They even updated something very simple that is on the marketplace. When you go to search, you can use a keyboard, and that's great because now you can type or use the digital
yeah, and
keyboard how
that
you're
was
supposed to
was
use
that
it.
was that recent? Because I know like
Recent.
before, yeah,
Yeah.
it had that really dumb like scrolling up and down kind
Yep.
of uh thing that they
Yeah,
did.
like
That
go
was really time
A to
consuming, and it
B.
makes sense. Like once the update happened, I'm like, why the fuck wasn't this like this for years? Like in my head, I'm
Yeah.
like, who thought about it being the other way
Yeah.
when I had the touchpad and other options to
Yep.
in the same console.
And you couldn't find certain things because of the way how it was reading it too. Whatever was that server was kind of weird. But that's an update, right? But Nintendo, that's what I'm going back to Nintendo. I never seen Nintendo update their service in terms of changing how you access things. They update it so you get new games and stuff like that, but how you access things, no, it's always the same. It's always the same. So this you saying that the experience is the same as before paying, I wouldn't be surprised. And it sucks, man, that happens because you want to see it successful.
Yeah, of course. I mean especially with when it comes to like the Nintendo has something nobody else has right now, which
A
was
big dick.
which was that's Fortnite, which
Oh yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
get into the people's hearts first.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't Atari, it wasn't Coleco, like those games were cool or whatever, but Nintendo's really endeared so many fans first. Like it beat Sega Genesis. You know what I'm like?
I know, that's a rival.
Yeah, as their rival, right? It thwarted them over the years, and it took a long time for any other company to really dethrone them when it comes to the gaming world. But even if it dethroned them in terms of sales and popularity, the really hardcore fans are still there. They're still
Yeah.
there. They're still strong.
Blindly.
Yeah, they're still blindly following this company. But because of that, it I don't know. It gives them a lot of leeway,
You're gangsters, bro.
but to be honest, they still like even with their practices being weird, because it's not even like it's all bad or all good. It's just weird, but it's still regarded as one of the highest
Pioneers.
rated customer service companies in the world. But
Yeah.
they're
I don't
still
know
weird.
how.
They're doing weird backward shit. Like
Yeah, because
can
they
they
control it.
yeah, can they get like the millennials like CEO's son
Bitch
or
about.
whatever to give his input,
Oh
or
my god. Oh my god. With flippy hair and
yeah,
all. Yeah, he
give
needs to.
Mario needs a beard and
Take out his
and
nipples.
tattoos. But no, but like seriously, it's like there's something that keeps happening with that company, that they do such amazing things, but then they have all these weird backwards ass practices.
It's that roller coaster, man. It's that roller coaster. It's so sucky. Someone needs to get that IP. Someone else, please. Sony.
Nah, dude, nobody's dude. That's too strong.
Obviously not.
That shit's
Fortnite.
its
Fortnite will
own
make his own IP.
Illuminati over there.
Fortnite will get his own IP.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's all I have for that, dude.
Yeah, me too. Like it sucks
Mhm.
that it's not right good right now, where everybody's hoping that they make all these, they listen to people, right? Let's hope they listen to people. Somebody over there is listening to the overwhelming amount of people that are dissatisfied with what they're being offered to right now, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully when you get your Switch and you, I, and Cutie get on the family membership so that we don't pay as
Mhm.
much. Hopefully, there's something else to not be upset about with what we're paying for.
Well, don't count that on me. But yeah, I'm being hopeful that that is not the case. I'm being hopeful. So what I want, update, rehaul, turnaround, virtual consoles, fantastic. Even if I don't play them, fuck it. But I
It's
want to
for the
see that.
people. It's like
Yeah,
for the
I want to
greater
see that.
good. It's not even for, because with
Yeah,
me, like I know I'm just gonna get on there, play Switch, play Smash, and that's it.
Smash.
Just it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna use that
I play
use their resources to play people online and to have fun with just that one game, and maybe even Mario Kart if I decide to get Mario Kart again. If
Yeah,
I decide to get into that again. And other
yeah.
than that, like that's all I'm really paying for. But that one thing I'm really paying for, I hope the online is good. I hope I'm not. I hope I don't play Ultimate Switch, right? Ultimate Smash Brothers, and it's feeding like the Wii U's online. Like I don't want to play for glory and be like, oh well, yeah, it still feels like the Wii U. Fuck,
Yep. Yeah, you're just about to win. I'm
guys.
about to strike him. That's
Guys,
the sound that Street Fighter Five does
if
when you do.
you guys have anything else to add to this like little discussion David and I had, please leave it down in the comments. We'd like to hear all your input
Yes,
on and
please.
your views on
Everything.
what's going on with this Nintendo Switch Online. And that's all I got. What about you,
Yeah.
David?
Stay tuned. Stay tuned till Smash comes out, and then you hear our
Yeah, we'll see. We'll,
impressions.
we'll get the update on that. All right,
That's
guys,
right.
have a good one. Please follow, please subscribe, please
Like,
love us.
yes, please.
I'm holding up Hypno's little hypno thing at you guys.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Peace.
Take care.